All right. Now, are we ready to begin episode 4?
Let's get it.
Welcome, Misfits, to episode 4 of Mythical Misfits. I'm Dungeon Master Mike, and as usual, the rest of us are here. Dom,
What's up?
Zane,
Howdy.
Kirby.
Hi.
Now, Dom tried to summarize the what happened last time, so this time I'm going to go with Zane.
Okay.
What happened in the last
Did
episode?
Did you?
I thought it was Kirby.
Was it Kirby? No, I'm pretty sure it was you.
No, Kirby did the first episode.
I don't remember. Oh, I did do the last one, didn't I?
Yeah.
No.
'Cause it took a long time and I had to cut you off. Because you're trying to be very, very detailed, which is like appreciated.
I don't remember that.
But
Either
I guess
way.
we'll see.
Anyways, Zane, take it away.
First, I want to start with you have something in your beard. But on your face, it's on this side. So if you're mirroring me right now.
How dare you
There you go.
humiliate this
It fell
man
off
in
your shirt.
front of all of our listeners?
No, I need
should-
to make sure he's presentable for the
three of them
camera.
are going to be very understanding.
The three of them.
Times 100, hopefully.
No.
Drinks.
Yes, maybe. Anyways,
Time 10,000, preferably. All right, Zane. Summarize our last episode.
to give you the longest story short, we met an old man. We found his nephew, son, somebody. I'm horrible at details. Beat to a pulp. We went and spoke to some gangsters. Also got beat to a pulp. And that's about where we left off.
That was definitely summarized short.
For clarification, we got beat to a pulp.
yeah, we-
Specifically me.
We got
and Crom.
fucked.
Zane, or Lucas, not so much.
They,
Yeah, it was great.
The heroes went to the Rowdy Raven, the tavern that was spoken about by the people who defended their village of Meadowfen, and there they found Herb, like I just said. And then Herb freaked out when he found out that the Ravens had lost a fight and given the coin and the compass to Kyle. And after doing some mysterious things down in his secret room, they then found that his assistant, known as Jack, arrived, having been beaten and robbed of their grain, of their barley, I believe it was. And Herb fled in a fit of rage, Jack asking the heroes to follow him. They did, which led them to a local crime den. And in it, they met the criminals known as
Velvet daggers.
the Velvet Daggers.
Bunch of cotton wearing.
And
Bitches. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
So they tried to fight. Well, it turned into a fight, and the young villagers from Meadowfen kind of got it handed to them. They put up a good fight as best they could, but they couldn't stand their own against seasoned thugs. Herb, holding up what appeared to be a pocket watch, threatened the leader of the Velvet Dagger, known as Lucian Silk Moreau. And he did. He stepped down, allowing them all to escape barely with their lives. In fact, I believe Crom had to be brought back with a health potion, right?
Yep.
And on the city streets, and they eventually made their way back to the Rowdy Raven, where Herb kind of gave the guys a rundown later in the evening after the crowd had trickled out about what was going on and their goals.
I want to add before we begin the show, if you have not heard about our giveaway, we're giving away a Pathfinder beginner's box on our social medias. If you have not followed Mythical Misfits Show on all platforms.
Good job, Zane. Have a biscuit.
Oh yeah, hand it over.
No.
We're doing the giveaway at 1,000 followers. If you're listening to this at some day down the road and we've already passed, sorry, it's already been given away.
If you missed the giveaway, you can go on our YouTube and view reels from episodes that will never be released. Will never be released, sorry. Or weren't released.
They weren't released, but they're probably on the Patreon because
There
they're
you
not
go.
really canon, as those were kind of like practice episodes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So, as the great Brendan Lee Mulligan says, you need snacks, and Zane's crunching on a pastry right now. But
Damn
we're going to
straight.
begin anyways. I would like, let me see. I want all of you to roll me a D6 as we fade into the Rowdy Raven in the early morning. Sun has been up for a little while, and in a tavern like this, most people don't come in to get drunk. A few town drunkards, maybe, but most people come in because they don't have the time or wherewithal to make breakfast. They don't want to start a fire or get their ovens going, right? So they stop by the tavern and order breakfast, maybe some oats, maybe some porridge, maybe some of last night's bread made into toast, some scrambled eggs. So there are some patrons that are just people who are about to head off to do their work for the day, who are filling up the dining room / tavern bar area, having a nice breakfast. Crom, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
A 3. We find Crom tending to the hearth. He is getting, he's sweeping out old ashes from the hearth, stoking the fire, restocking the firewood pile to ensure that there's enough to keep it lit throughout the day. What'd you roll, Kyle?
5.
A 5. Kyle is clearing and cleaning the stables. Any good tavern or inn is going to have a small stable at the very least to house the horses of travelers who stop by for a drink or food. Kyle is out there taking care of the horses, clearing the stables, replacing the straw bedding, shoveling all the horse shit. And maybe, if they like him enough, he's brushing down some of the horses. Are you guys getting along, you and the horses?
Sure. I like animals.
Okay. Kyle, let's find out. Give me a charisma roll.
I hate you. Just not even going to say the roll.
Tell me the roll. Tell me the roll, Kyle. Tell me the roll.
It failed.
What was it?
2.
You're lucky it's not a nat 1. I was going to have a horse kick you.
Huh?
I was going to have a horse kick you if it was a nat 1.
Oh.
But you try to pet the horses and brush them. They don't want anything to do with you. They snap at you and you know, whatever.
They say nay.
Lucas, what'd you get?
A 6.
A 6.
Damn horse.
Oh, yay.
Kyle, you see Lucas walking out of the back of the Rowdy Raven with just an annoyed look on his face as he carries out a chamber pot. As he was assigned emptying the chamber pots from the privy, and he is sent out to pour it into the area of the street where there's straw laid out so it can run down the gutters and away from the tavern. Now, if you'll remember, last time, Lucas specifically said, I won't be doing any cleaning. So I think it's hilarious that you got that one. But that's just how the cookie crumbles.
I do not recall, but I take your word.
Crom is lactose intolerant. Sour.
What is lactose intolerant? What?
I eat cheese, makes me go boom boom.
Oh, I thought you were talking about because he was literally sweeping up shit.
Oh,
And
take
then
out
they
the
call
You're sweeping up shit. I'm
Yeah, you're
carrying
carrying
pots.
it. Yeah.
You took out the chamber pot.
Yeah.
Crom had to go somewhere.
I thought you were saying the poo-poo was chocolate. Lactose intolerant.
No.
I don't know what goblins eat.
What do you eat?
Chocolate's not dairy.
That's why I thought he was making the joke.
Oh.
Saying that he couldn't carry it out because he's lactose intolerant.
Then why is
I was
milk
on the other
chocolate
side
a
of
thing
the
if it's
joke.
not dairy?
Well, they probably add dairy to milk chocolate.
Yeah.
But dark chocolate's just like cacao. Chocolate, like the oils and the... Anyways, I'm not Willy Wonka. You guys finish up your chores for the morning and head inside. Well, what is everyone feeling? I'm a little curious, having lost your village and then getting thrust into this moderately sized town of Willsden, meeting Herb and getting told that, you might be now part of a great expedition to find and collect magical artifacts to keep them away from some mysterious force that seems to be collecting them for nefarious purposes. And here you are cleaning.
I feel like Kyle shouldn't be asked of such things, but is willing to take on the task.
All right. Anybody else? Any feelings? Or you guys are just like, hey,
I want to
let's
run
do it.
back into the forest.
You want to run back into the forest?
Yeah.
I heard wash your bridges.
Wash your bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
So, what's our HP at?
7.
You at?
I'm at 5 before the long rest.
Oh, I'm great. I'm at 29.
You suck.
Life is good.
Okay.
Stab his ankles.
So I'm going to mark that because I'm going to do some cuts. All right, how's Crom feeling?
Crom is frustrated.
Yeah.
Is like in the midst of doing chores for the Rowdy Raven, he kind of like gets this really bad air of aggression where he like clutches a bomb and then he just like ignores the voices and then puts the bombs away and goes back to cleaning. Kind of like it's like episodic and happens every like 10 or so minutes.
Okay. I'll say some people that are enjoying their porridge in the morning are kind of like, they kind of like look at you when you pull out the bomb,
Like-
and then watch you as you put it away.
Like, you know that music that plays in Step Brothers where Brennan looks at the drums and it's like that really like dark opera music that plays for like a split second?
Yeah.
That goes off.
All right.
Too obscure reference. I don't get it.
All right.
I hate Me Too. I get it.
I didn't say it. Carry on, Dungeon Master.
So you guys make your way into the main area of the Rowdy Raven, and you see Jack and Herb talking near the countertop. And he's starting to heal up a little bit. You know, he still has the black eye, it's still mildly swollen. He saw some cuts on his face from when he was robbed of the barley from before. And you guys see Herb's getting like, he's looking a little frustrated. He's wiping the counter down extra hard. He's kind of slamming some mugs down. And Jack is like, it's okay. And Herb's like, that's not okay. I was expecting that. I never missed a delivery before. And then you kind of overhear Jack say, I don't know. I don't know if they're ready. And Herb's like, well, who else am I going to do? I'm not going to send you. And Herb eyeballs you. He's like, hey, no guys, come here, please.
Crom walks over.
Begrudgingly holding a chamber pot will also approach.
Okay.
Sad that the horse tried to bite me instead of let me love them. I walk in, shoulders down, head down.
Oh, why don't you go put that chamber pot back in the chamber? So that's carrying it by the countertop of people who ate breakfast. It stinks.
You are lucky you're an elder and I was taught right.
Why?
I don't even respond. I'm already walking away to go put it back.
That's kind of weird. All right. We can wait until he gets back, or we'll get started. So I got a courier of mine who was supposed to be delivering something to me, and he didn't show up. So one of you guys can go look for him.
Hey, the guy whose pot that was couldn't hold it, and he shit on your floor. I'm not cleaning that. Have fun.
But that's your chore.
I dump out chamber pots. I do not scrub shit off the floor. I'm sorry.
Jack just goes, it's fine. Don't worry about it, Herb. I'll take care of it, okay? You handle this thing. I'll take care of it, guys. It's okay. And he kind of walks off towards the chamber, the privy.
You're kind of a dick.
And Herb's like, Lucas, did you pour stuff on the ground?
Pour stuff on the ground?
Yes.
Where? No, I didn't pour anything. Why?
Because you just got upset about the privy pot, and then suddenly there was poop on the ground.
No, I walked into that dude's room, and he's drunk and hungover, and he shit on your floor.
Yeah, that's not uncommon. All right, well, thank you for doing that, for letting us know. Hopefully Jack doesn't slip in it again. Anyways, so, well, he was coming, my buddy McShane, he's coming from the city in the east. He's a courier I used to bring me stuff. And, well, he was supposed to be here about 3 days ago.
What was his name?
McShane.
McShane.
McShane?
McShane.
McShane.
Probably his
McShane.
last name, right?
I don't know.
I'm just asking.
Probably.
That's kind of rude, Crom.
What?
I never asked you if that was your first or last name.
You don't even know what my last name is.
What is your
Yeah,
last
told
name?
What is your last name?
Bringeldorf?
Oh, that's right.
All right. So, we're here bringing in something super important. The kind of things that you guys might end up helping us with. So, if you could find it before anybody else does, that would do real good for us.
Sure. Sorry for the viewers. Crom's last name kind of took us off for a shock, so we need a moment to process.
What's wrong with his name? It's Bringeldorf. It's not hard to pronounce.
What's your last name, Kyle?
Conqueror of the Drift.
Exactly.
That's a long last name.
Thank you.
I beg to differ. I have an uncle with a longer last name.
What's
What
your
is
uncle's
it?
last name? Dude, your human impression's getting really good.
I thought I've been working on it. It still hurts my throat. His name is Jimjar Gribblegrab Shimmy Shim Dingleberg.
Oh my God.
You're right. That is a longer last name.
Why can't you guys have a regular last name?
What's your last name?
Omri? It's on the. It was on the name of the fishery. Omri and Co.
That's so lame. I'm sorry.
He pulls an arrow into his bow and points at himself. No, I'm kidding. I kid.
I will
That's
puncture my
actually-
ribs.
That's actually impressive.
I will puncture my ribs. Yeah, if you have that kind of tensile strength, that's actually kind of.
yeah.
Just chewing in the
You
mic.
see Jack walk by, like in the background. He's carrying like 2 buckets, a couple of mops, some rags, but he's like holding the rags out. He's like, "I got it, guys. Don't worry. I got it. I took care of it. It's all right. I got it. I'm okay."
That's on you.
Kyle
Nothing's
starts to
on me.
gag profusely at Jackie's gagging.
Oh, you're one of those people?
What do you mean, one of those people?
The people that
What do
gag
you
with
mean, one of those people?
the people that gag when they hear other people gag?
Yes.
Oh, shit. This is going to be great.
Which is really shitty because when I don't like guts. Remember when that
fish? How do you cut the fish?
it's not a good time. Remember that dude that came into town? He was bleeding everywhere. Yeah, I almost puked in the corner.
Yes,
but
you ran
I held-
outside and I had to hold it together in front of our guests, who I thought. were
No,
trying
that's
to
why I
kill us.
ran into the forest. I had to get away from that.
So it wasn't to be cool.
Well,
That was a byproduct. Wasn't
it all worked out.
Did it work out? We lost our entire village. I'm pretty sure that doesn't count as working out.
Calm down.
What?
Calm down.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
Okay.
Just
I just
bomb
don't want
the
to see this
tavern.
place go up in flames. We've seen enough of that.
Bomb the tavern. Bomb the tavern. Do it. Listen to the voices. Opera music.
A lot of people have tried to light this place on fire.
Why would I let this place on fire?
Well, he just said we don't want it to just go up in flames. I'm just saying that
I can
people
get
are tired
angry
of it.
without blowing stuff up. Anger is a very common emotion, and it's good to let it out.
I gotta say, Crum, I've been getting a lot of reports this morning about you holding bombs, whispering to them, and
help.
holding them up to your ear.
I held them. I did not throw them. Okay?
For context, she also sleeps on those.
But okay, I'm just saying it freaks out the citizens, the customers. You do what you need to do. Just don't throw them inside.
I'm not going to throw them. That's a waste of a bomb.
He's gonna drop them.
No.
I kid.
Please, can we refrain from explosions inside of any occupied
I know
buildings?
how to contain my urge to throw bombs.
Okay, good.
He's the most contained out of all of us. I will add, which is surprising.
It really is.
Um?
Yeah.
Well, no, you just get mad and beat the shit out of things.
He's channeling it in a healthy way.
How do I
Not
do
hel-
my
it's healthy
rage?
for me, not for the other opposing end.
Exactly. As long as you're not hurting yourself, Lucas, me, Herb, or Jack, or any of the customers inside the Rowdy Raven, you're doing good. But if someone steps out of line, you bring them outside and then you hurt them. Don't kill them, though. That's bad. It's bad for business.
I like you, Crum. You're a very sensible young man.
My grandma used to own a bar.
Ah, so you got a bit of the experience.
No.
Oh.
How do you? I don't even know how I handle my rage. I don't know if I felt rage.
Start by not being a little bitch.
I don't believe that's helping, Crum.
I'm sorry.
Draws the arrow a little bit further.
Look,
Your tensile strength is still really strong.
I'm no therapist, all right, but I'm just saying, I don't know if talking to your friends that way. You know what?
We got a
Your friend,
We
your
got to
friend.
go find McShane.
Right, but
You see kind of a his demeanor slouches a little bit. It's something gets turned a little bit more serious. Herb goes,
I never really asked directly. But from what you guys told me, did any of the ravens, did any of them survive?
I don't think so.
The last thing I saw was the boulder collapsing on the ground.
Without an arm, I want to mention.
All right. What about Seraphine or Talon?
Seraphine
Hey.
has about
Kebabbed.
a 5-inch hole
Wait,
through her.
you mentioned that. Sorry, I forgot.
And
yes.
Dame was his name.
Dame Seraphine, and then Talon.
Talon, that's right. Talon.
He gave me the coin before
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I
to
don't
him.
know either. All I know is that what I saw from, actually, he could probably tell you better. I just saw an explosion, and
Yeah, that was Dame Seraphine. Talon handed me the coin, and then disappeared into thin air. Was on top of a building, was slashing something, and then I heard grunts that sounded like him as we were retreating.
Okay.
You see some thoughts pass behind his eyes. He's like,
All right. Well, yeah, if you guys can go and look for McShane, that would be very helpful. You know, we haven't really talked salary or nothing, but I can give you boys 3 gold a week, and lodging, and 1 free beer a day.
Can it be one of those healing beers?
Healing beers.
yeah, those healing beers.
Well, probably not. One of the normal beers, but the normal beers taste real good.
Okay.
Hold on.
What?
I'll agree to the salary
Okay.
and the lodging and the free beer. But can Crom get some mutton? He goes feral without mutton.
I don't know if I'm ready for that heartache again, guys.
You know what? Scratch the mutton. We're good.
Do you have a pond nearby? A large body of water, river, lake, anything?
Yeah, there's a river a couple of miles northwest.
Okay. Well, for you and I, Kyle, we can manage there since we don't have gold to spare. For you, we'll wait till you're ready.
Crom, how do you like your mutton?
Preferably cooked.
Well, I know that, but like how?
I don't know. I just eat it. I don't know you can cook it different ways.
Oh dear.
He prefers it medium well seasoned, bone still in.
All right.
Salt, pepper, garlic.
All right.
Onion sauteed on the side.
Is garlic that really stinky stuff?
Yes.
I like that stuff.
you see Herb, like, his eyes flick over to somebody that just walked in. He's, like, glaring at them, kind of, like, looking over your guys' shoulders.
Kyle will turn. Or no, Kyle. Wow, Lucas will turn. Sorry. Right.
And you see just a normal middle-aged woman. She seems to be a halfling woman. She's coming in. She's wearing normal garb, not upscale, not, low end. And she walks up to the counter, and she comes up. She says, hi there. Can I get some porridge? He's like, yo, can get right out of my bar. You're a spy. Get out of here. She just looks aghast. She's like, excuse me, sir. I was just trying to have breakfast. She's like, I can see it. I know who you are. Go away. Go away. And she just huffs and turns around and starts to walk away.
Where'd you say McShane was? Or where'd you say the direction we would be finding him?
How about there's an interlude happening?
McShane he's supposed to be coming from the east. You can train the main road from the east. There's supposed to be just him and his donkey. Yes. Anyways, you guys can go if you want to grab some bread or something for the road. You can.
I missed the joke, apparently. I'm the only one not laughing. In this moment, Lucas will go upstairs and go, actually go get his bow. What was it? What? What happened? God, I feel like I missed the joke.
About McShane and Crop goes, shh, there's an interlude happening.
What's an interlude?
Something that only people not in the story should know about.
No, interlude is like a break in the story or something like that.
Oh, God.
No wonder that wasn't funny to me.
Oh, God, that was
I feel like an idiot now.
so good.
I'm sorry.
That was so good.
I didn't think that was going to get you that bad.
It's just that Crom never ceases to amaze me.
All right. What do you guys do before you head out?
I'm in the room getting my equipment.
I want to know how much HP we have after the long rest. Can we do the healing dice thingy, Bob?
That's not how a long rest works.
Remember, long rests barely give you any health?
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say you can give yourselves 2 long rests.
We also did a healing beer, if I
That gives
recall.
me, what is it? If I remember correctly, it is your level times your con.
Yes.
So that is going to give me 4 HP, bringing me up to a hefty 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 HP.
It gives me 4.
Yeah.
Wow, we're fucked. You guys have backup characters, right?
I mean, you guys can try and visit an apothecary. and get
That's
some
exactly
health
what I was
You're
going to say.
asking the guy with really bad characteritis if he has backup characters.
Oh, yeah, you have like
And
a
you're asking the
notebook.
guy who has no time to do anything if he has a backup character besides his monk.
I just made my backup character yesterday.
That's fair. Oh, so you did tell me this morning then about his backup character.
Or no, Wednesday. I made it Wednesday because that's when I told him about it.
Nah.
If we did get our long rests, that would reset my
Wounded.
vials, so I can just make us a bunch of
Watching the wounded
Or I can
status
go
tick
visit an
off in the
apothecary.
VTT.
We can try and save your vials for your quick bombs.
I mean, it's entirely up to you, bud.
I want to go visit an apothecary.
To the apothecary.
Okay. The town of Willesden has a decent apothecary. It's not too large, but it's definitely bigger than the medicine hut of Meadowfen. So you can find almost anything reasonable of common. So if you guys want to just hop on to Foundry VTT and buy that stuff.
Foundry
then
has
you
the shop
will-
too?
No. You open up your character sheet, and then you go to inventory, and then you go to consumables, click the little plus. Nope, click the
Search.
magnifying glass.
Oh, it
there you
does
go.
have a shop.
And make sure it's common. Once you find it, click the buy item and not the give item since you are purchasing them.
I would like to, instead of going to the apothecary, catch up with them in a moment, and I will ask where you went for your crafting recipes.
The apothecary.
What is an apothecary?
It's kind of like a potion shop. They have herbs, they have tinctures, they have various things like
This
that.
is where I would go. Do they happen to have like a Bass Pro Shop equivalent, or like a?
I just want you to know, DM, that a greater healing potion is common.
Okay, in a small town like this, they don't have greater.
I'm just saying. I was just saying.
Small,
I
this town is
only said
huge.
that so we can try and rephrase if need be, because I was like,
Well,
that's tempting.
If you want greater, you'd have to probably go to a bigger town that has more access to like more experience.
Can I get a moderate?
If you got the gold for it, sure. Yes. They do not have a Brass Pro shop. They have a Trout Amateur shop. So you ask around town and some.
I get
villagers-
it.
I go to Trout Amateur Shop. No,
Yep,
it's not. It's
you
not a
walk up
shop.
there and you see a big old sign that says TAS.
TAS.
Yep. And you walk in and someone's like, "Welcome to TAS," and they have like really tacky hats and way too much shit on the walls, and they got a big
I'm
aquarium in the center.
Welcome to TAS, where you're either catching bass or slapping ass.
I don't touch women; they scare me. But I am catching bass.
All right. So, what are you looking for specifically?
I'm specifically looking for hunting supplies, or I don't know. I don't know how rules light, rule of clear you trying to be.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for camouflage. Think of the sort that would help me stealth in situations.
So I'm not gonna make up items if it's not on here generally.
I don't know Pathfinder's items. Would there be anything, Criminator?
So there's a camouflage dye that you can get for 10 gold.
I do not have 10 gold.
And
How much gold did Herb pay us?
He hasn't paid you at all.
That fucking never mind. I have 9 gold and 6 silver pieces. I'm short. I don't think I can haggle with a mass corporation like TAS. That's unfortunate. Well, my time has been wasted. I leave. No, I'm kidding.
Well, remember, this is a tabletop game, not a video game.
that's true.
So if you guys want to go and, I'll say this once, but if you want to go and talk to Herb about that, you can. But he didn't pay you anything.
No, it's far too late. We're already out of there.
Okay.
Would that be an armor or
Figure
equipment?
out how the
The
hell
camouflage
that works.
dye,
Yeah.
that's a consumable.
Oh my!
Consumable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to suck then.
I already had two minor healing potions.
Did you spend all your gold?
No, it wouldn't let me
camo.
spend gold because apparently they didn't have any. But on Path Builder, I had 15.
Well, then put 15 on
I just did.
Foundry.
I just did.
Oh, okay.
But I'm still gonna buy it.
Oh, that's a great time to bring this up. I've mentioned Archives of Nethys before, where you can find all the rules of Pathfinder entirely free. But did you know, probably not, but did you know that there is not only a character creator that some people like more than D&D Beyond, I personally do. It looks a little weird, but once you get used to it, you'll see how awesome it is, but it is entirely free. It is called Path Builder. You can access it via an app on Android only, unfortunately, for now, or the website. You can build pretty much any character entirely for free from level 0 to 20. You can kind of plot out your skill building and your growth, your feats, and then all you have to do is level up your character, and those things that you've already plotted out get applied. That has all of the Pathfinder items, all of the Pathfinder consumables and weapons and armor and spells and everything included in it, entirely free. Okay. Again, that's Path Builder 2E. Enjoy.
I would also like to thank Archives of Nethys because of Archives of Nethys, I have found there's actually a camouflage suit.
Okay.
There is a camouflage suit. It only goes over light armor, and it seems on our character, you can prepare the suit within your current environment by using exploration activity. It takes at least 10 minutes.
I'm broke now.
Okay, so it looks like I have to spend 10 minutes preparing the camouflage suit to match my current environment, which would just mean I have to make note of whatever I'm wearing at the time or wherever I am and be like, I'm still wearing green camouflage when I'm in an orangey, brownish area. But it's 10 gold, and there's also a superb version for 140.
Okay, I see that.
But I will actually, that would be an armor then, technically, correct?
Let me see. Camouflage suit. I did say common only.
Oh,
So
is
this
it an uncommon?
uncommon? Yes.
Son of a...
Biscuits.
Now, I will tell you,
Damn.
it's not. There are ways for you to find it, right?
Okay.
So let's say you're talking to the guy who's at the TAS countertop,
Yeah, I'll approach him.
and he tells you they don't carry it because it's kind of rare. You know, most hunters don't have camouflage; they just shoot from far away, or hide or get blinds or that kind of stuff. But he does tell you of there is an old hunter in town who does make his own suits, and you can go talk to him.
Out of character to my party members, would you guys go, or would you guys care if I went and pursued this for just a moment? I don't want to take over the show, but if I may do this very quickly.
Bro, you do what you gotta do to help us survive, buddy.
Yeah, I will shake the man's hand, say thank you, and I will be back soon for my
Okay.
consumable needs, and I will head out.
He
I can make alcohol now.
Can you really?
oh
Yes.
Oh, we're getting crunk.
no. He tells you that the name is Thorn Greystag, and he is found in a hut on the edge of town. That's kind of it's also to the northwest, because where there's water, there's trees. So there's forestry to the northwest of Willesden, and that's where his hut is. And you can find him there, maybe, and there's a good chance he's out hunting.
Gotcha. I will head out to his hut. On my way up, I'd like to make a perception check. 18 plus 8, which is 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to. So I'm specifically looking for him. Like, is he out and about? When I start heading out there, does it look like he head out recently?
So
just trying
it is
track
going to
him
take
down.
you a couple of hours to head to get to his hut.
Oh, are you guys okay with that?
You're
actually-
not around them.
Yeah,
They
I
have
was saying
no
I
idea
wouldn't
where you're
know.
at.
They. No, I'll go back. I'll talk
Okay.
to him about it later.
Okay. All right. So you guys, they went to the apothecary.
Yeah.
You guys go to the apothecary. Have you done all your shopping?
Yeah, I'm broke now.
Okay.
You just see Crom holding a recipe for alcohol.
Do they have recipes for like traps and such?
Yeah. There. What was it called? It was called a snare.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are called snares.
That'd be cool to have.
Hold on. Let me
In case we're not near a body of water and need to produce food for us. Because I know that's kind of the deal you said. Like, we're not traveling with food because technically we would assume that Lucas could just obtain it. Or that with time, like during downtime, he could fish or pick worms out of the ground.
So there's a lot of snares in Pathfinder.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna like creep away from the mic real quick, and I'm just gonna give you a quick tidbit of how many snares there are.
Okay.
No, do it in the mic.
In the
So
mic.
we
Do
can
it in
hear
like
you.
whisper in the ear. Whisper.
I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but okay.
Speak
Okay.
it, read it.
So no, I'm not gonna read
Brother,
them
it's
off. All right,
twisted.
so look, you see that?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's dozens of them. There's one called a clockwork monkey.
Hold on, I'm looking for it.
Costs 5 gold. I feel like you should be paying more if you're gonna get a monkey.
It's uncommon.
Yeah.
Sad.
I was gonna say something horrible.
Not on the mic.
I know.
Yeah, there's. So I would say, are you looking at TAS, the Trout
Trout amateur shop.
I'd say I go back. I say, yeah, I don't have time for that. I'll go visit him in a bit.
Okay. So they sell alarm snares. Let me see. They sell. It's a battering snare. This is a battering snare.
What's a battering snare? I gotta
So
look
a
this
battering snare consists of a flat rock or metal plate held in place with a spring or flexible branch. When triggered, the flat object swings wide and smacks the triggering creature violently. The creature must receive 2d6 bludgeoning damage with a basic DC 16 reflex save. Listeners, now's a good time to teach you about saves. In Pathfinder, there are saves and there are basic saves. Basic saves basically mean that you're generally, if I recall correctly, you're generally going to take damage. If you succeed, you take half damage. If you crit succeed, you take no damage, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
The crit fail, is there a rule for a crit fail, or is it just basically still damage? A
It'll
critical
s-
fail, you take double the listed damage. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
unless like the spell says otherwise.
Yeah, so I kind
Same
of
thing
like
on
it
crit
with
successes.
basic saves because that means that damage just happens and we can all, keep moving. So yeah, so there's battering snares and alarm snares.
I
Gotcha.
will also like to teach that in order to use these snares recipes you're going to buy, you have to have a snare kit.
Well, they sell snares.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah, you can just straight up buy some if you
Oh
like.
no, I want the recipe.
The recipe.
Then you have to buy a snare kit too,
Okay.
which is 5 gold.
You know what? We'll come back to this. I don't want to take over the whole show with just a shopping spree, so we'll come
Okay.
back.
No one likes shopping episodes.
Yeah, I agree.
Kyle, hold out your hands.
Okay.
And I'll put 2 elixirs of lives in your hands.
Elixirs of what?
Elixir of life.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we won't do a shopping session, but we can kind of go over what it's going to take for you to be able to get crafting formulas.
I'm okay
So I'll
with
say
that.
before you left the TAS, you do ask the guy at the counter, what it's going to take, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I can show you." And he pulls out a book and slams it down on the counter, makes a nice loud thud, and then opens it up. And one thing you notice right away is that it's not just a notebook. Each page has like different flaps to it in order to put in complex diagrams and information and all that kind of stuff. And he looks up at you and he goes, "All right, take out your formula book."
I pull out like my little like breast pocket like notebook. And it's got like a leather cover. It's just got my name on the front, like my grandfather gave it to me.
Yeah, he looks at it and he goes, "Oh, yeah, that's not going to hold the formulas for crafting. You're going to have to get yourself a nice formula book. Unfortunately, we don't sell those here. Only, trout hunting and trout hunting software or hardware.
Software? You guys have software?
Yeah, we got worms. They're
I
soft.
thought we were about to have a cyborg crossover. I was about to go
No,
crazy.
the worms are soft, so we call those software. Totally makes sense. And then we have hardware as well for trout hunting and trout fishing. And
Do you have hard worms?
and only if they dry out enough, or my wife wears that certain lingerie.
I don't
But-
blame you. What color is it? I don't blame you.
I'm not telling that to a stranger. Anyways,
Gentlemen don't tell. Good point.
You need a formula book, Sonny, or this just isn't going to work. That little notebook ain't going to cut it.
I shall return it another day. Thank you for the information.
Absolutely.
I'll shake his hand, give him a smile, and I'll walk out. And I go, that guy's so fucking weird.
So in Pathfinder, you need a formula book. It's kind of like a wizard's spell book, but it's a book that you use to collect formulas, which will help you in crafting.
Breathe,
Additionally,
breathe.
There is a feat for snare crafting.
Oh, is there?
There is. It's
will be
a
taking
level
that.
1 feat.
Nice.
So, next time you level up, you can look for it. But I'll say to kind of tie that into the world, you were looking in his book, and that stuff on there made no sense to you. So you're going to have to take the feat to craft the snares. Basically,
Gotcha.
in world, it's going to be like studying how to craft them.
Okay.
So once you take that and
so
get a
I
formula
can't
book.
even craft without taking the feats to learn the recipes. Is that what you're telling me? So take the feat to learn that tree of recipes, to then put it in my formula book, to then buy the kit that can craft them, to then craft them.
So, according to Archives of Nethys, you can use the craft activity to create snares. However, when you select this feat, you add formulas for 4 common snares to your formula book.
Oh, so it just unlocks the snares
Yes.
automatically. Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I got that.
And
well,
then you might like this. Snare crafting leads to Big Game Trapper, Snare Commando, Snare Genius, Snare Hopping, Snare Specialist, Snare Crafter Dedication, and Vicious Snares. So
I
this
like
might be this might be a fun path to go down over time.
I'm down. A trapper is gonna be fun. Yeah, I'll just head back to the apothecary. Actually, would the apothecary have a formula book?
It's very likely that they would. Yeah.
Cool. I go meet up with Kyle and Crom at the apothecary then.
Okay.
Oh, and Zane, to answer your question, there's like 12 arrows you can craft. 12
What?
different arrows, yes.
Bro, I'm about to go crazy.
Pathfinder has all kinds of stuff. All right, so yeah, you go to the apothecary,
Yeah.
and you're able to purchase a formula book, which I believe is 1 gold, and they hand it to you, and it looks pretty similar to the one the guy had, but not as full, not as complex. Basically that formula book that he had was like for an experienced hunter. He spent years filling it in, but it's really cool. You're like, okay, it's got slots to slide in, different formulas. It's got pockets. It has all kinds of things that you need.
I
in order
didn't
to
know
begin.
a book could have gizmos and gadgets. As I'm pulling on like one of the little tabs to make a little person bump up and down on the top of the page.
From looking at the idiot while flipping through his own formula book.
Gadgets galore. Thingy-bobs.
I look to the shopkeep. I'm like, hey, do you have a formula book by chance with formulas in it?
The shopkeep's like a really old man who's hunched over. He's got like one eye kind of crunched closed, and he goes, "No,
Okay, you have a great day.
you too." And he kind of hobbles off to the side.
Stingy ass, Jesus. What does the brother have to do to get some formulas? Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know.
All right, so let's get back on track. You guys have all
Never.
done your shopping for the day,
Snap back to
Yes.
reality.
and
Mom spaghetti.
you guys can make your way to try and find McShane.
Absolutely.
Herb gave you a descriptor. He's a large man, rotund, with a bit of a beard, slightly balding, large mustache. Always has a jacket with all kinds of pockets all over it and things strapped to it like a bandolier, but with nothing cool like bombs. Instead, he just has a bunch of random junk on it.
Loser.
So you got the basic description of McShane, and you were told that he's transporting what's likely to be an artifact. At least that's what was alluded to by Herb. What do you guys do?
Head to the east.
Yep.
Lucas.
Yeah.
Hold out your hands.
I hold out my right hand.
Give you 2 elixirs of life.
Thank you. But I'm quite well.
Take the goddamn. You won't need them now. You might need them later. Jesus.
Okay.
Do you
I,
not-
I slipped them in my breast pocket.
Aren't you a hunter? Don't you know how to prepare? Jesus Christ.
I am prepared. I have 2 health potions.
Well, now you know you got 2 more.
Now I have 5.
How much do you have, Chrome?
I have 4.
Okay.
Well, 4 elixirs of life. Because I made them this morning.
I have 3 healing potions and 2 elixirs of life. I should sell my healing potions and get some elixirs of life. They're the same price, but they're uncommon.
Better not sell those. I'll kick you in the shin.
You could make money selling those. Why haven't we done that?
They only last a day.
They're gifts.
Oh, you're right. That's pretty messed up.
That's basically swindling people out of money who don't use them in a day. God, you're
So someone's gonna
terrible.
get like stabbed 3 days down the road and chug it and die. It's not working. It's snake oil.
That's a really bad image to put in my head. Anyways, do we head to the east?
To the east.
East. I thought you meant west.
As we're walking, I'm going to chug.
Start popping bottles.
Probably.
I'll be popping bottles.
until I feel like I'm comfortable where I don't need to anymore. So don't mind me.
So as you guys are heading east, you're stopped by a guard. The guard comes up to you and he goes, correct me if I'm wrong, young men, but you were the ones who made the report of the village under attack. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, can you come with me to my guard office, please?
Herb's sending us to go find someone. That
I
he
don't
believes is
know
hurt.
who Herb is.
Rowdy Raven. He's the bartender.
I don't drink.
Why? Life is so much better with it.
It muddies my mind. I like to keep a sharp mind.
Square. Yeah, let's go to your office.
Squares have sharp edges. You made my point. Let's go, gentlemen.
Oh my god, I can't argue with that logic.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
God, this guy's hilarious.
And you guys are taken to what's basically like a 10-foot by 10-foot little guard shack. It's where guards who are patrolling the area are sent to. They keep their lunch there. They keep their, some supplies, a med kit or whatever. And he's like, please take a seat. There's no chairs. And he turns around to you guys.
Floor.
Promptly sits on the ground.
And,
says
he
crisscross
looks, and he
applesauce.
goes, let's see, what was your names again?
Kyle.
Lucas.
I'm Crab.
Nice to meet you, Crom.
Nice to meet you too.
Now, I did send. I got word back that we sent some scouts out to your village, and I regret to inform you that it was in fact under attack.
Yeah.
Yes, it was attacked.
No,
We were there.
Yeah, we saw that.
Right. Yes, of course. There are a few survivors.
Who?
No way.
I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't get names.
Can we please?
I don't know. I don't know their names.
What do
But
they
I do
look
know.
like?
What? I don't know the descriptions either. I just know that not the entire village was razed to the ground, just most of it.
Where are they going? Where are they taking them?
I don't know.
You said he
Then
got
what
reports
use are
back.
you?
Whoa, everybody, let's just relax a bit.
Sorry.
Listen to the green man.
Tensions are high.
He called me a mom.
Stop making me laugh. I'm trying to make Kyle serious.
I'm sorry, it was a compliment. I felt good about it.
Anyways, I pulled you aside to give you an update, as that's the duty of the crown.
Thought you were
Anyways.
square.
That's your crown.
He kind of rubs his temples. He goes, anyways, the crown is now investigating the attack, and if we have any other updates that we can share with the public, and I happen to see you walking along the road like I did today, I will tell you. Where are you staying?
The Rowdy Raven.
Okay. So all correspondence can be forwarded there for your inspection?
Yes.
Sure.
Fantastic.
And then if there's a change, we'll come and inform you.
Understood. That is all.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Bye, Crown.
Lucas stands, and before we leave, he'll like squint at him and like get really close and be like, "Got a lot of gray hairs there, buddy. You're coming in pretty quick."
That was so
Sign of
unnecessary.
wisdom. I see you have none. That explains a lot.
Yeah, I still look great. Have fun with that. Oh, also, when you raise your eyebrows, you got 3 extra wrinkles. You should
Why-
relax your face.
Lucas,
and he keeps walking out.
Lucas, why are you antagonizing?
Screw this guy. Why is he coming at us all twisted?
How do you say it?
Antagonistic.
Yeah, why are you antagonistic in people?
Look, I don't want to be in this town, man. I want to go back to the forest. I don't like it here.
I don't want to
My
be
roleplay
here
moment has
either.
been ruined. It's over. It's so over. It's over. I was having like a real moment there, and like I was, dude.
Antagonisticing people.
I could feel my internal emotion coming out. I was stepping into Lucas, and I just got cock blocked.
If it makes you feel better, I really was fumbling on the word and decided to just go with it.
As you see, you guys start heading out. The guard kind of steps out, puts his hand on his hip, and just kind of like scowls at you, Lucas. But then looks at you, Crom, and nods. Looks at you, Kyle. Doesn't do anything and goes back to patrol.
Yeah, take it elsewhere, dude. I don't want to be here. I don't know about you.
I don't want to be here
We're going west or east. We're going east.
Dude, why are we still here?
Because we got pulled in. Update about our home. I understand we're all very.
We're not even being updated. We're being reminded our shit got destroyed.
No,
That's
that
fair.
was technically an update.
No, honestly, I'm a little upset too that he's like, I regret to. We sent scouts and we got reports of people that are alive, but yet did not give a description in the report of who might have survived. That frustrated me.
They don't even know where they're going.
Yeah,
They don't even know if they're alive. Hey, we found corpses.
But hey,
No,
but
he literally said that there were survivors.
Sure,
So-
but are they still alive?
That's what survivor means.
surviving. Whatever.
let's just try and.
Yeah. Let's.
We woke up this morning under the impression that our home and everyone there was dead.
Yep.
So regardless of who survived,
It's good news.
it is good news. That means that if Meadowfen can rebuild, it's now easier with us and them.
So I imagine we're all walking. We're
Yeah,
walking to the
we're
east.
walking east.
As we're walking, is it even worth going back?
Well, not with that attitude.
No. I'm not saying that, but that place is already on the map for whoever that group was. They came once. Guarantee you they'll come again.
Well, I can guarantee you this. We're not going back until we kill him. Whoever this is.
That'll take some time, but I'm sure we'll manage.
Oh, I'm going to kill him.
Lucas, you catch a glimpse in the side of your eye of a figure that's wearing all white. But as you turn your head to look directly at the figure, they're not there anymore.
Lucas will keep it to himself.
Okay. You guys then exit town. You're not used to such a large city. It's not really a city; it's more of a town. But compared to your small village, it's a bit of a it's a bit of a shock. But it is kind of nice to get out as soon as you leave town. The only people that are around you are other travelers. Heading in or out of the town. Some people are on carriages. Some people are walking. Some people are on horses. There's a couple of guards also patrolling the main city or road that comes into the town. Other than that, you can continue to walk. And I would say you guys either took a glance at a map or kind of asked, and you're aware that the next village east is called Willowshade. And it's probably about a whole day's walk.
And we're leaving, I would like to think, maybe around noon.
Yeah. So you're going to have to spend the night. And I would say that's not too out of place, at least for Lucas. I don't know about you guys.
I mean, I slept in a tent, or it's like a teepee for most of my childhood, so I'm kind of used
up
to
north
roughing
in
it.
the frozen tundra.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You sleep on bombs. You should be fine. Expired bombs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I think is very creative. I've always admired that about you. Sorry, my head's in a bunch right now. I can't even think straight.
Just slow down.
It's okay, Lucas. We're all a little overwhelmed.
Mhm.
But let's walk till we find a... Well, actually, I'll leave that to you to find wherever you think is a nice spot for us to hunker down for the night.
All right then. You'll keep walking, and I'll make a nature check. I'm assuming, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It's 18.
You find a spot that's probably 100 to 200 feet off the main road. It's a nice little meadow clearing. It's nice and comfortable, soft enough. Doesn't seem to be a high water table in this area, so you're not going to get soaked as you sleep. There's enough tree coverage around you, so wind isn't going to really be a problem. You're pretty comfortable in this spot. You think that here's a good spot to set up camp. That you'll be good overnight.
Okay. Lucas kind of kicks some brush around and begins putting up a hammock above it.
Okay.
I gather any tree clippings and whatnot that have fallen underneath that tree and kind of make a little bit of a padding.
I push the shrubage I was moving around towards him to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys set up camp, and you're just getting ready for the evening. If there's nothing specific you guys want to do, we can just head into the night.
Chug my last 2 elixirs of life
Okay.
I'll
because they're going to go bad at the end of the day.
I'll say I'll drink an elixir.
You'll
of life
get
as
2
well.
more to give me because I have full health. I can't use them.
Oh, are you at full health?
Yeah.
I'm at 5.
No, I then our long rest put me up to 13. 2
You
long
have a
rests.
really high con mod,
Oh,
don't you?
right.
No, my con's only +2.
Oh. What's your elixir life heal for?
Elixir
One
life.
D6 plus 1.
1d6.
So you should have got 8. 2 times
Wow,
2
I got
is 4.
screwed.
Doubled
That's
it.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that from
Well,
5
earlier you
to-
said I got 4, but did you
No.
mean that per
Actually,
night?
I'm
Yeah.
31 out of
Okay.
32.
and then I used all of my healing potions that I had.
Can I have a
Bought 3
pastry?
more. Yeah, of course.
Did you guys bring pastries to the campsite?
No, I have pastries in real life, and if you get mad about that, that's your problem. No, I'm
Don't
kidding.
crunch on the mic.
Don't crunch on the mic. You son of a bitch! You, how dare you?
You know, man.
I'm rolling playing.
If you put as much effort into your screams of terror as into 5-second rule, you would have had a good pastry still.
Dude, you know what's funny? I keep trying to role play as Lucas, and I keep getting cut off.
I'm sorry.
For
Lucas was role playing that a pastry fell in real life.
Yeah, because no joke, Dom hands me a pastry over the corner of the table, drops it, it hits the ground, and then rolls under the refrigerator.
I still see it.
Oh, do you? I'm about to lick that off the ground.
As the sun sets, Lucas, you feel right at home again. Out in the woods, you see the bugs fly around, some gnats buzzing. You see bats begin to fly as they are silhouetted against the sunset, the orange sunset that paints the sky. And then you all notice kind of a flickering light coming through the trees to the north, and you hear talking. You hear some laughing. What do you guys do?
Perception check.
Okay.
I too will roll the perk.
Well, that's a 9 plus 6. That's a 15.
It's 27.
Okay. You guys can tell that it sounds like people. It doesn't sound like monsters or creatures. It sounds like people. And they don't sound with the 27. They sound like they're having a good time. There's no fighting or arguing or anything. There's some laughing, maybe even the clanking of tankards. You're not really sure. Possibly. But yeah, it just sounds like a group of people hanging out for the evening, doing their own thing.
I relay the information to Kyle, and I whisper, I'm like, do you want to go talk to them? Want to see who they are?
I want to go to sleep.
Crom, are you interested in going and meeting these people?
I'm curious, yes.
I'm curious as well.
Okay.
May I stealth?
Sure.
That is a 14 plus my stealth modifier, which I
Actually,
believe...
stealth is a secret check.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'll just go screw myself.
What's your stealth modifier?
Plus 3.
+3.
Which is crazy.
Okay.
I'm untrained, even though I should be.
So, all right.
I messed
so
up.
what do you do?
I just kind of get off my hammock, and I probably walk. You said we're about 100 to 200 feet off the trail.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're perpendicular, or they're parallel with the trail, but also in the woods. So you're thinking it's similar to like what you guys did. Someone was traveling and then set up a camp off the road a little bit.
Okay. I'll find some shrubs or leaves or plants that are a little bit taller, than maybe my abdomen. I'll just crouch down, kind of bury myself in them a little bit. Not like laying down or anything, but just like sitting on one knee, arm on the other, just listening.
Okay. Are you trying to get closer, or?
No. I probably move about 30 feet towards them, but I'm not like trying to be underneath them while they walk by.
Well, no, they're not traveling. There's a camp.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
My apologies. Yeah, I'll approach.
Okay, but you're still trying to stealth up to
Yeah.
them? All right. So you crouch and kind of walk up to them. You see a group of about 7 figures. There seems to be a half-elf. There's a dwarf. There's a human. There's someone that looks like they could even be possibly a half-orc. They got kind of a grayish, tannish skin. And they're all kind of wearing underclothes that you would wear under armor, but they've taken their armor off for the day. They're kind of relaxing. There's a fire that they set up, an impromptu one. It's not a set fire pit. There's packs. There's sundries. There's traveling packs on the ground. One person is finishing up taking off their armor, and they, doing the last bits of belts and kind of sliding it off and setting it down. And you can see they just kind of like fling their arms out like, oh, finally, and kind of wiggle their body a little bit. Now it's time to relax for them, and they don't seem to see you.
I don't move. I don't make any hostile movement. Like I said, sitting on one knee, arm on the other, just slouched over, listening.
Okay. What about you, Chrome? What do you do?
I walk over.
You just walk up straight to him?
Yep.
Okay. You walk out of the trees, and you see one of them like reach over to their packs and grab a sword and start to slide it out. They're like, "Whoa, who are you?"
Hi, my name's Crab.
And they kind of like the fact that you talked so succinctly. And they're like, "Oh, They start scanning the forest around them. They're like, "What are you doing here, Crumb?"
Oh, well, I was sleeping not too far from here, and I heard you guys, and I wanted to say hi.
All right. And he kind of like slides the sword back and takes his hand off, but they're still kind of scanning the tree line. They don't know if there's like a whole goblin regiment ready to attack, or if you're just a lone traveler. And they're like, "Are you alone, Crumb?"
Yeah?
Okay. What are you doing out here all by yourself?
Traveling?
Oh. Want a pint?
Sure.
All right. And you see one of the other guys kind of like gives the guy that asks kind of a weird look. And he's all right, and kind of shrugs, and then pulls up. They got a little barrel. It's like for the traveling drinker. Those 3 stick stands that you can like fold down, and they folded it open and set a little keg on it.
Yeah,
They got that set up, and he grabs a tanker that was on their packs. He blows the dust out of it, pours a little bit of grog into it, and hands it to you.
I take it and I drink it.
And he's like, "So, where you traveling to?"
Willowshade?
All right, yeah, Willowshade. We know that place.
How far is it from here?
Straight from here, probably about half day's walk.
Okay. That's
So-
not far, I think.
Kind of dangerous to be traveling by yourself, isn't it?
Well, I make bombs.
Okay, I can see how that could protect you. Give me a perception check.
Still stealthing, by the way. Just chilling.
I figured you're staying still unless you say otherwise.
Oh, yeah, no.
17.
17.
Oh, nice.
You see another one of the members kind of grab like a cloak and start to pull it over the armor that he took off to cover it.
Okay.
And with the 17, you catch the very edge of a sigil that's on the armor. And the only thing you're able to grab is a red hammer before the cloak covers it.
Okay.
And he goes, all right. So what you heading to Willowshade for?
I don't know. That's where I was told to go.
Oh, all right.
Want to say something cool?
Sure.
And then Crom will pull out a versatile vial, and then Quick Alchemy make alcohol.
Okay, when you do that, some of the guys kind of like, they jump a little bit because you said, I make bombs, and then you reach into your bag.
That's fair.
I realize they've been gone a little bit, not too long, but long enough for me to get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I start to kind of walk that way, not hiding or anything.
This way.
Yeah, exactly. Just gonna Aerosmith and never mind.
Is that what Lucas is going to do when he can finally get the crafting stuff to
Be
make
an
arrows? He's
Aerosmith.
going to Aerosmith?
Yeah,
Arrow pointed at myself once again.
Oh, that was a good joke.
It was.
I just start casually walking over there, kind of
you
listening.
just straight walk up or do you stealth?
I'm not stealthing. I'm not stealthing.
Okay, so you walk out of the woods, right? Straight into the campsite? Okay. And they kind of look up and they're like, everyone's like, whoa, what can we do for you, friend?
I just heard some commotion and wanted to make sure everything was cool here.
Yeah. Who's this guy?
That's Kyle.
I thought you said you were alone.
I was alone when I walked here.
Damn, he's right.
Crow, are you okay?
How many people are on your party?
Oh, 3?
All right, where's the third?
I don't know. He disappeared.
What's that?
He disappeared.
Yeah, no, why is that?
He said
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't read his mind. Dude's weird. Socially inept.
Fair enough. What are you doing here, Kyle?
Oh, I woke up because noise, and Crom walked over here, so I'm checking on my buddy.
We're having beer.
Are you?
Yeah.
Give me
Okay.
perception.
15.
Okay, you don't notice anything else.
Nope.
And they're like, all right,
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. How far away from the edge of the camp am I? Because I assume they have like a little clearing like we did.
I'd say you would move close enough to get a good view into here. So probably 40 feet, 50 feet.
So I can't see any fine details.
I would say
from-
no fine. Well, I mean, if you wanted to snuck closer,
No,
we can stealth again. But
I'll stay where I'm at. I'm bow and arrow. I'm not drawn. Like my bow's like on the ground next to me.
you know what? Give me a perception check yourself
Yeah,
since
sure.
you're watching. Yeah,
course, yeah.
Let's do that.
That's a 7 + 8, so 13. Or is my math wrong?
That's 13.
15.
That's 15.
15. Sorry.
All right, so you, from that distance,
Nothing.
I mean, it seems like a little awkward, the same awkward that you'd get just meeting dudes in the woods, but nothing really seems off from what you can see.
How's their body language specifically?
With a 15, it seems normal. A little tense because, two people just walked out of the woods. Other than that, it doesn't look like they're ready to kill anybody or
How
anything.
difficult of a check would it be to move forward 20 more feet? Slowly. I'm moving like snail's
That's
pace.
up to him to
Like,
decide.
I'm not going to
Oh,
tell
yeah,
you.
don't disclose that, but like again, I'm describing it. I'm
can give it a
moving.
shot. You
I'm
want
moving
to?
snail's pace.
Okay.
Snail's pace.
And your stealth modifier was?
+3.
Plus
I need
3.
to train that so bad.
Okay. And
Would he get any additional modifiers since he's technically already concealed?
I don't know if stealth works like that.
That's what I'm asking.
So if you are, there's different statuses to stealth in Pathfinder. There's what? So in Pathfinder there is undetected, hidden, and concealed. So right now you are undetected.
Can I also barter you for concealed because I'm attempting to use coverage and foliage to blend myself in a way?
So if you attempt to hide and have cover, you are also concealed.
Gotcha. Okay,
But
cool.
Those are two distinct things
They don't
because
stack.
well,
it's one or the other.
they're kind of different things. So undetected means a creature doesn't even know you're there.
Oh, cool. So I'm
And
like
concealed is like the visual thing.
Uh-huh.
Concealed only comes up if they do know you're there. You know what I'm saying? So
Gotcha,
like if
okay.
they know you're there, they can know you're there, but you're still concealed if you happen to.
So they don't even
successfully
have an
hide.
idea that I'm there.
They know
As
you're
far
in the
as you
area.
can tell,
Yeah.
right? They don't know.
Okay. I just own a metagame.
Okay, so stealth rules in Pathfinder are actually really cool. So it's good that we brought it up.
Sick.
So you, as far as you know, they don't know you're there.
Okay.
So what do you do?
Like I said, again, snail's pace. I'm moving as slow as I possibly can. I'm being mindful of where I'm going. I'm moving like I have all the time in the world. I'll take 15, 20 minutes to move that 20 feet if I have to.
Kyle, Crum, give me perception.
That is going to be.
Should I cover my ears?
23.
This would technically be metagaming.
No, shut
20,
up.
Just
20.
role play with what your character knows.
Okay, gotcha.
23.
20.
23, 20. Okay. You both see one guy lean down, grab something out of his bag, and slip into the woods.
Where's he going?
He's like, the guy you were talking to goes, "What?"
Your buddy right there, he grabbed something pretty hastily and left. You okay?
I don't know. Maybe he's going off to take a piss. No clue.
Do I see him do that? Do I see him take off?
You give me a perception.
Uh-oh. See, it's times like this where I really need the roll, and I'm not going to get it. That's a lie. That's a 14 plus 8. It's a 22.
Actually, sorry, that should not be that. That's my mistake. This is a correction on the DM. If a character is stealthing, they make a stealth against your perception DC. I should not have had you roll. What is your perception modifier?
Plus 8.
So it would be an 18. Your perception DC is an 18, and you do not see him do that.
But
So
I see him walk away, but after that he's gone.
You don't catch him walk away. You look down to try and like step over a branch, and when you look up, he's gone.
So
Because
I presume, just by common sense, he's not there anymore, so he's got to be
you
somewhere.
can assume he left, but you have no idea where he went specifically. But you can hear them ask.
I think in that moment, I will, with his own instinct, he'll put his bow down. And instead of having his bow in his hand, like ready to go, he'll kind of just put it to his side. And what he'll do is he'll put his two hands on his one knee that's propped up, and he'll put his chin on his hands as like a resting, like, I wish I was in this conversation, but I know I wouldn't fit in type deal. And he just sits there and listens. He's smiling, kind of enjoying the banter, but nothing crazy.
You hear a voice from behind you. So what you doing?
Those are my friends. I don't do good with people.
Right. It's kind of weird to sneak up on a camp in the middle of the night, though, don't you think?
Have you not picked up that I'm weird yet?
Well,
If you want to rob me, my weapon's by my side. Take my arrows.
no, I'm not trying to rob you, mate. Me and my friends are just trying to get a good night's rest. That's all. Someone sneaking up through the woods, as you can imagine, gives us a little bit of a concern.
Did you notice me the first time?
Honestly, it took me a second.
Hell yeah. I reached back for like a friendly fist bump. Does he take it?
He does.
I appreciate
Normally,
it.
I'm not going to tell you guys the rolls, but on their perception, they rolled high, and then on his stealth to get behind you, he rolled a nat 20.
Oh, that's nasty. I like that, though. That's good flavor.
Yep.
There's always a bigger fish.
But he does. He fist bumps you, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna
I
be
say
honest."
that. I say that out loud. I'm like, I look down, look back up. There's always a bigger fish.
Right. So, if you want to join us, we got a pint with your name on it. Otherwise, sitting around in the bush might make my friends kind of nervous,
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Lucas.
Nice to meet you. I'm Lyle.
Nice to meet you. Can I face you?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Okay, yeah. I pick up my bow, but I don't pick it up string up. I pick it up string down. So
And you see he has a dagger, but he's kind of like put it in his belt loop at this point.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, you can never be too careful traveling.
I get it. Like I said, I just thank you for being so cool. I'm from a very small town where all I did was fish. So now I'm thrown into a big city and groups of people, and I don't like it here.
Your eyes have adjusted to the dark, and in front of you, you see standing a stout dwarf. He's got the hair on the side of his head was shaved. The top of the hair is braided. And he's like, all right, well, come join us then.
Yeah, absolutely. You walk behind me if you feel safe. I'm not stressing.
All right,
And
all right.
I continue walking, but again, no sign of aggression, no nothing. I just walk out of the brush.
Same from him. He kind of takes his hand off his dagger that he already, sheathed and follows up behind you. And the guy you were talking to, he goes, oh, looks like we found your third friend there.
I have a question.
I said I said I said I would find them.
I have a question. Did anybody else but him see me just now?
And you see the other guys at the camp, and they're kind of like, of course. Yeah, I saw you.
They went from
knew
like
you were right
this
there.
super mysterious group of people with armor that has a weird sigil on it to like, yeah, dude.
And
I love it.
the guy that introduced, the first guy I talked to, and he's like, I am a man that, explains, and no, I didn't see you, but it's hard to get much past Lyle. So, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
I'm Colgan.
Colgan. Lucas.
And Lyle's like, I offered him a pint. He's like,
I turn around to the door again. They didn't fucking see me. I'm getting good at this shit. I fist bump him again.
And he does. He's like, all right. So have yourself a pint. We're probably gonna, rest up here for a couple of hours. You guys can join us if you'd like.
I look at Crom like, he is socially inept, isn't he?
I said it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm finally seeing it. Is what I'm saying.
I'm telling you for years.
It's taken you years to realize?
No, it's taking
Taking
him
me
years to realize.
Oh.
I thought you were just a little.
Remember that one
awkward.
time we had the dance and that one really pretty girl walked up to me and I just puked on her dress?
That was pretty funny, actually.
I thought you just had like some bad.
No,
fish.
dude, I got scared. I still get scared thinking about it, man. I look up to the guard. I look up to the mercenaries that we're sitting with and see the reaction to that. I catch myself spilling too much.
And they're all just kind of like looking at you guys.
You come from a very, very small village, guys.
And the guy that was like, yeah, I totally saw you. He just like continues to drink his grog. He's just,
Hey, Crom, why don't we get this party started?
How?
Why don't you make us some good stuff?
he's like, he already did.
Oh,
He did that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Is this that weird peanut butter one you make?
No, what the?
Oh.
What the? What the?
That sounds screwball. Yeah, who would want
I
to
hate
drink
you
that?
so much.
All right,
I couldn't
so
think of what to call it, so I just looked at my watch. So I'm just gonna call it 805.
the hell is a watch?
That's a good question.
It's that sundial strapped to your wrist, right?
Yeah, listen.
he named it watch because he has to watch it change.
It's a Casio.
It's a cast EO.
That's the shadow on your wrist. Oh my god.
Oh man.
All right.
Cassie Stone.
Do you guys want to
Fuck
do
off.
anything for the evening, or just enjoy your night with these random strangers?
Like it.
Party.
Okay.
I don't.
We haven't
party.
had time
I
to
sit,
grieve. Let's grieve now.
Oh no. Oh
I
wait.
sit and I hang out with what I assume is the rogue.
Who has a loot?
You play the loot?
No, who has a loot?
Oh.
And the guys are like, you see Colgan and Lyle. They're like, and the other guy that was like, yeah, I saw. He's like, I have a pan flute.
Can you play it?
Yes. He pulls it out. He cannot play it.
Sir, can you stop? Can you add that to the fire? That would be really nice as
He's
as
completely
fuel.
ignoring. He's just playing. He's like, no. And then Colgan says, normally we have a few more drinks before we let him bring it out. You know what? Get out the other cask. And they whip back another cloak that's covering a different pile, and there's like 2 more casks there. And they're like, this is supposed to last for tomorrow.
In that moment, is there a pile of armor in that pile?
Not that pile, no.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few piles. You know, like when you get to camp, you put all your junk in a pile.
Yeah.
And
I'm keeping eyes out for their armor because I noticed that they kind of stripped down.
Crom has a goal. It's to steal the pan flute.
Fuck.
Yeah, me too, because it sounds awful.
okay, how late and how drunk do you let the night go before you?
Oh, I
attempt
start
this?
immediately.
You start immediately.
Yeah, it's
How are you attempting to steal this pan flute?
Give it. Give it.
And the guy just stands up, and he's like way taller than you, and
Come
he's
on.
like playing away from you. He's like,
When's it gonna be my turn?
never. It's mine.
I'll give it back.
And Colgan just looks at you, Kyle, and he's like, oh, dear.
I just want
Yeah.
to play it.
I need more beer for this.
oh, there's plenty.
All right, as the night goes on, so are you just chasing that guy around trying to get his pan flute?
Yes.
He is walking away from you.
Come on.
He's like, no, I'm not going to give you my pan flute.
Come on. Don't you want to learn how to play goblin jazz?
He stops. He looks back at you. So you're telling me you like jazz?
Yes?
Okay. Don't run away with it.
I'm not gonna run away with it.
My mother gave this to me.
Oh, okay.
She's dead now.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm not. She was terrible.
Oh, okay.
And he hands you the pan flute very delicately.
I will take said pan flute, and I will begin to play the pan flute.
All right. Give me a, what would that be, like performance or something?
Performance.
Oh,
It's
you know it's
performance.
performance.
Yeah.
What are you trained?
Probably not.
Oh fuck! It's about to be the same deal.
Plus what?
What?
But if you're untrained, you don't get that.
Like Zoink Scoob.
That's from my charisma.
Oh, Zoinks.
No, he's not doing a specific check. I think he can just do a performance.
Okay.
There
No,
are
I
specific
meant like
things
he
you
doesn't get
can't
the
do.
modifier.
Maybe.
Whether it's a +1 or a flat, it's the difference is only by 1. It's not a huge difference.
That's not.
Don't
Give me
read
a
too
roll.
much into it, bro.
Give me a roll, Kirby. What do you got?
A 12.
Not great. Not terrible.
That's how goblin jazz is. It sounds terrible to the non-goblins, but it sounds amazing to goblins.
What if you
I
saw
got
Are you
Goblin?
actually playing a goblin song?
No.
Okay. Good. Do you know goblin?
I speak Goblin.
Like in Pathfinder?
Yes.
Goblins specifically make songs to irritate people.
Yeah, I
That's
speak-
their music.
Oh, I had a whole bit if I took Goblin Song, but I didn't.
Okay.
I'd also like to mention I also speak Goblin.
I was just gonna sing every song that I found annoying, but in Crom's voice.
You know, I'm down for that. But
Can you do the and I and
No, that song's not annoying. This song's great. What are you talking about?
it is great.
Rest in peace, Whitney Houston.
Sing Taylor Swift. Taylor Shift.
yes,
Copyright?
non-copyright. Whaler shift.
Whaler.
All right. So okay, you
Jailer
play the
shit.
song.
Twiler
and it's-
shit, I was
it's-
gonna say.
you don't do great, and everyone at the camp is kind of like patiently waiting for you to finish. You know, doing the polite thing where they're just like, "Oh, okay, that's you're putting air into it. It's making noise. Yes,
Crom, that sounds awful.
Oh, okay, I'll
And
stop.
everyone else is like taking a drink. They're like,
You might need to take a break.
Okay,
the
I'll
guy's like,
stop.
"Can I have it back now?"
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, that first lesson's free.
Okay.
That's how Goblin music is. I want to
And
warn
he starts playing. He's no better. And you guys just party for the rest of the night.
Yes.
you. Yeah,
Okay.
just chill out.
I'm really sad.
How
about
hard
my
do you
age.
go?
Well, I mean, after making that first quick alchemy, I have 5 vials left. So
You know what? In this moment, can I take my time to pull all my arrows out of my sheath, and I want to start plucking one arrow or one feather out of every arrow?
no, you don't, because
Flipping
I
it
put an
upside-
alcohol in your hand. Drink up, buddy.
Oh shit!
Do you drink it?
While I drink it, I do this, but I pull out a feather, I flip it upside down, and I put it back in. So the quill portion, the very end, is pointing outwards, so I can now identify my arrows in combat.
Okay.
Or you guys can identify my arrows in
Slap that
combat.
arrow out of your hand.
No, I'm
Okay.
drinking as I go. I'm taking a sip in between arrows.
All right. I get it. I like
You
it.
what?
I'm already drinking.
You want another?
Sure.
Hit me with a second.
Thanks.
Hit me with another.
Let's go.
Okay. Everyone, give me a con check.
Oh no.
This is a con.
Wait.
Don't you mean will?
Well, if it's gonna be a save, I think you want fortitude.
That's what I mean. Like I said, audience, I was a 5e DM for 8 years. I've been a Pathfinder DM for 1 year.
And I will also tell you that alcohol does have a DC,
What's the DC?
DC 12.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. Fortitude, not con. Fortitude.
I pass with a 18.
I passed with a 12.
Oh,
Meets it, beats it.
little
Nat
guy's
20.
hung.
Yo! Sounds like you need 3 more. sorry, excuse me.
Sounds like you need 3 more.
I was going to give you all 1 level of exhaustion.
So is that a crit success?
Yeah, you just, you
You feel better than you
so-
did yesterday.
as sad as this fact is, it's true. Communities in low light areas, especially in the cold, have rampant alcoholism because there ain't shit to do up in the snow. So you and your entire society drink a lot. You're used to it. You're fine. You wake up okay. You guys wake up the next morning.
Feeling better than I did the day before.
Yeah, I would say. Do you think you guys would go back to your camp, or would you just plop down with those guys?
Down
I'll
there.
plop down.
Oh, I'd walk
Okay.
back to our camp.
Okay.
I'd watch our stuff because I assume we left all our stuff
Oh,
there.
my axe was on my back.
Oh, I assume
I carry
left
bombs.
I left a lot of my stuff at the camp, so I'd go back and watch
Okay.
it.
All right. You guys wake up. You all pass, so
The
you're
natural
okay.
hunter.
You know, you wake up with that trepidation of like, oh hell, do I have a hangover? But it doesn't come.
I would also like to point out that there are 7 stages of poisoning from alcohol.
No
Sounds
way.
about right. Yeah.
Yes, there is.
So we're not pulling a Zane after the camping trip.
Maybe Pathfinder 2e really is a simulationist game.
I would like to point out that stage 6 is unconscious for 8 hours.
Holy
Oh
shit!
my
And stage 7 is
gosh.
death.
Yep, makes sense.
All right.
Yeah.
For context
So-
of that joke, I puked the whole
Liver
way
failure.
home.
Cirrhosis.
There are actual bonuses that you get though from stage.
Are you serious? What are they?
Stage 1 +1 item bonus saving throws against fear effects.
That's
makes
crazy.
sense.
That's
Liquid
awesome.
courage.
Stage 2, you're flat-footed, but you still get you still get the saving throw bonus for fear, and then it just gets bad.
I need.
Then it just- yeah,
I
no,
need
that
to
makes
build
sense.
an alcoholic.
Yeah, because there's a nice flow. Like you start off feeling good. I can take on the world. Nothing can stop me. Oh my god!
For any of our young listeners, don't start drinking alcohol.
Do
It's
not
bad
start
for
drinking
you.
and avoid vaping.
So if we ever deal with fear effects, I got you guys.
Here, drink this. There's a magical potion to
Dang
make me
it! I
strong.
passed my fortitude check.
Something like that.
No, it's a Heineken. Drink it.
It's liquid courage.
That's what you should name it. Quick alchemy alcohol. No, quick alchemy liquid courage.
Okay. Crom and Kyle, give me a perception check.
Why? Not 20 again.
15.
So that's
Kyle,
26.
you hear in the wee hours of the morn them getting ready. Do you wake up or do you just continue to sleep?
I peer one eye open, like begrudgingly, but also like I really want to see these guys' morning routine.
Man, it's a nat 20. I have to give this to you.
Yes, you do.
They do wake up and they start to put on their armor. And they try to put on their cloaks as soon as they have their armor on, but you do see the sigil. It's 2 red crossed hammers.
Okay.
And they get their cloaks on, and they're doing it. They're trying to do it quietly, not to wake you guys up. They get all their equipment on, and they head towards the road.
So I see the sigils, and I see how rushing they are. So I don't want to alert them because, honestly, I cannot afford another fight right now. So I wait till their cloaks are on, and I kind of lean up. I'm like, "Oh, you guys taking off?"
And they kind of look at you. They're like, yes, we are. You, it was a fantastic evening. Thank you for showing
Yeah,
us.
that was
And
great, guy. Anytime you want a party, just let's meet back here in like a week.
Not likely for us, friend, but it was
Oh.
good to meet you. Have a good life, Kyle.
Where are you going?
We have our own business to attend to. Have a good day. And they begin to walk off.
All right. Well, bye.
And the pan flute guy just kind of lifts his hand up to say goodbye. And they do. They disappear in the trees in the
Hit
direction
that
of
jig
the
one more
road.
time.
And you hear Colgan be like, "No!"
Damn. Do I hear them yelling when they say that?
No, you're off in your campsite.
Okay.
Yeah. And they walk off. They disappear. So you guys can wake up at your own leisure. If there's anything you need to do, prepare vials to prep or anything like that. We
Check
can
to make
do
sure
that.
all my arrows were done properly. There's none of them like messed up or weird.
You passed your fort, so yeah.
Okay, so all my arrows are properly marked.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you failed it, yeah, a few of them would have been like all bent and like completely messed up. The fletching's completely missing, but no, you passed.
Okay.
So you're good.
I'll just get up, big yawn, and start making some bombs.
All right. Morning routine. Makes sense.
Are we near a body of water right now?
No.
No.
No, not on this spot.
Okay. Are there animals around us?
You're in the kind of in the wild, yeah. You walked away from town for probably about 7 hours. So
Oh,
yeah.
so we're like out there. Okay. So
Yeah.
are there like birds fluttering about
Yeah.
or sitting around? Okay. May I make just a nature check?
Sure.
Just to see what's around me, or is that perception? Either way, it's a nat 20. So take what you want.
Sure. Either one would be good. Yeah, you see rabbits, you see birds, you see all kind of various wildlife, even a deer.
How far is the deer out? Oh.
All right. You guys do your morning preparations, like I said, and you were able to hit the road. Oh, no, you were...
Yeah.
okay, so hold on.
I
I'm
made
gonna
my
cut
roll. I want... No, it's okay. We can make it
that. All
quick.
right, so
I want information on the deer.
it's doe.
To doe? Would I know if doe are legal to hunt right now in this time of year?
In a place like this, yes.
Okay,
It's
cool.
not overhunted like our modern society.
Okay. I thought that was a good question to ask. You never know.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, how far out is it?
20 yards.
20. I could very much
I'll
make
say
that.
it's very close.
You know what?
I would say you were sleeping. It didn't. It's just, that whole area's been quiet all morning. So it's been grazing.
I will hunt prey and hunter's aim for this. I'll kind of like I'll see it as I'm getting ready, and I'll slink down, and I'll stand up, but I'll rest myself against a tree. So the only thing extending out is the tip of my fist, like my knuckles and the bow itself. I'll pull an arrow back, and if I recall right, I'm going to quickly target. Is in fact my hunted prey. So I'm going to fling one arrow. I have one chance. That is, I can't do math, dude. 7 plus 10. 17. Holy shit.
The arrow strikes true.
Dude, I'm so sorry, listener. My mind is blanking. Anyways, 17. What happens in that moment?
The arrow strikes it and it falls down in its place.
I take a moment to just, take in what happened. I'm like, okay. It fell, correct? It's down.
It fell, yeah.
Okay. How far... Do I remember how far... Or could I see how far the campsite was last night in the dark? Or probably not.
I'd say you got a decent idea of it, yeah.
I'll yell to Crom, and I'll yell to Kyle, and be like, I need assistance.
Okay, what do you need help from?
Come towards my voice. I have secured us food.
Okay. Okay.
I approach the animal. Where did I hit it?
I would say behind the shoulder blade, through the heart.
As I approach, I hit it wherever I hit it. Do I know where I hit it?
A little bit behind the shoulder blade, yeah.
Okay. I approach it, and seeing it immediately deceased brings me happiness. It's like, okay, it did not suffer. That's good. So I'll kind of get on one knee, and I'll carefully remove the arrow, and I'll just hold my hand on it for a moment and just give an appreciation to nature. Be like, okay, I had to do this. If not, we starve. This was a good thing to do, and I did not cause excessive pain. Good job, Lucas. And I'll resheath the arrow, and I'll gently and carefully clean it and prepare it in the most respectful manner that I can.
All right. So now you have enough venison. We won't role play it or go over the details,
Yeah,
but do
no
keep
details.
in mind that you'll need to process the meat or maybe sell it at the next town.
Yeah.
Because you probably got a good 40, 50 pounds of meat.
I also want to add that as he's taking the pelt and the skin and the things of that nature, the internals of this deer make him uneasy. He's very trying not to touch it and being really gentle with how he does. When he pulls the bladder out, that's one thing, but other than that, he's being really squeamish and weird about it.
All right.
Also, I believe I have a feat called All of the Animal.
Actually, I think you've brought that up before.
I do believe I have a feat called All the Animal. I could check it right now.
While he looks that up, can I make a lore warfare roll on the sigil that was on their armor?
Yeah.
I can't write this, bro.
Is that your third nat
My
20?
third nat 20 tonight.
We're rolling
That is
good.
a 24.
Okay. Yes. 24 with a nat 20, total 24. All right. So you're thinking. Crom, do you go and help Lucas?
Yeah.
Crom runs off.
Okay.
You're sitting there. You're trying to bring up the memory, the visuals of the two crossed hammers. And you do remember vaguely when the teachings you were learning from your village when you were a child of the kingdom of Khazrandar. It's the primarily dwarven kingdom that lived on the eastern side of the mountains. Your village was on the western side of the mountains. Khazrandar ran the eastern side of the mountains, and they were known as the Khaz. And yeah, that's the symbol of the kingdom that rests north of Elurion.
Interesting. I wonder what the effect was.
Yeah, you have no idea why they would be this far south.
Okay.
It's not like the kingdoms are currently at war, but you do wonder, why are they hiding it?
Not just that. I wonder why he said, "We have other matters. You have a nice life." That sentence sticks in my brain. I'm like right in it.
Yeah. All right. You guys have enough venison to last you all day long. You can cook a nice fat breakfast if you'd like and head off to the town.
With all the animal, it doesn't quite apply to this situation, but seeing as I have it, I will roleplay. I will literally take everything with the exception of the guts.
Okay.
Bones and all. I'll take absolutely everything.
All right. That's going to be quite a lot to carry, but
Yep.
you also know that you're only a few hours away from the town of Willowshade.
And you have friends.
That's true. Actually, as I approach you, you see me literally covered from fingertip to elbow, some on my stomach and some on my knees, just blood, like fresh blood. I had no chance to wipe it off yet. Crom, did you get involved with that animal? Or did you just watch me do it?
You called me over to help, but you didn't tell me what to do, so I watched.
That's fine. You just see like the disgust, like half depressed, half successful look on his face where he's like, yeah, I did it, but at what cost?
You need to smile more, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Here's 2 elixirs of life.
Can you just stick him in my back pocket? I'm a little busy. He puts his hands up. He's just like intestines hanging out. Actually, you like this, don't you? I hand you a string of intestine. I know you like it.
I'm not going to deny it, you know.
I know. I take a pocket knife and I cut it off to like 2 feet. I'm like, there you go.
But, like, you know, you could be like, hey, Trav, you want this? You know, I'm not going to do anything with it, you know. You can treat me like a person.
I feel like I'm treating you as a person by remembering you like this.
Oh, you like this? That's what you do to a dog. Oh, here's 2 elixirs of life. Happy birthday. I'm going to take the guts and you.
Hi, does he have intestine?
Yeah.
You know what?
I
let's just go. Here, give me some of the. Give me what
yeah,
you
here,
need me
take
to
the
carry.
bones.
Yeah.
By the way, dude, first arrow, perfect shot.
No way.
I'm dead. I literally rolled out of bed, heard a creak. It was about 20 meters out. Drew an arrow. 1 arrow. Didn't even know I was there. 1 shot.
You're getting better.
We ain't
We
thank
ain't gonna
you.
call you Lucas the Fisherman anymore. We're gonna call you Lucas the Hunter.
I don't like hunting
Lucas
things.
Littlefish.
I do
Now
have
he's a
little
big fish.
Oh, speaking of,
Not
I
that
still.
bad.
I assume we're walking towards where we gotta go.
Yeah.
I still have that skull of that like extinct fish. That fish has not existed for hundreds of
Only
years.
one
I
that
still
thinks
have
that's
it.
cool.
Well, I mean, that's cool, I guess.
It's an extinct fish.
Yeah, and
When was the last time you found the skeleton of an extinct animal?
literally the day that you found that one fish.
My answer wasn't as clever as that one.
Okay,
It was never.
Here's 2 elixirs of life.
Oh, thank you.
After a couple hours of walking, you guys walk up to a village that is even smaller than Meadowfen was. In fact, at first you think this isn't even a village, it's just a collection of a few buildings along the main road until you see a little sign that says Willowshade. It's mostly dirt ground, thatched roofs, that kind of stuff. So you've made it to Willowshade. There's a few people mulling about. Some people walking, some people transporting some goats. There's chickens clucking, eating up the morning bugs off the ground. Actually, at this point, it's probably the afternoon, early afternoon. And what do you guys do?
We look for McShane.
McShane.
I look for a butcher
Okay.
or some sort of marketplace.
You're able to find a marketplace, but it's a paltry example of a marketplace. There's just a couple of stands, some people selling, bread, some meat pies, some fresh veggies, just mostly set up along the main road just for travelers to stop by and grab some stuff.
I approach each one and ask if they would like to buy about 40 to 45 pounds of venison, freshly caught freshly obtained that morning.
And they will, yeah. The meat pies, specifically the meat pie seller, they will. They offer you 2 gold for it.
I'm gonna haggle them, but I'm gonna let them do their thing first.
45 pounds?
Yeah, 40 pounds of that's a lot.
Well, how much is meat pie?
It's probably like 5 copper.
Oh, that's right. I
You know what?
forgot
That makes a lot
economy
more
is different
sense.
in
Gold
this.
is expensive.
I'll take 4.
Okay. You could buy 4 meat pies.
I'll take.
Gold is roughly $100 each.
Oh, checks out. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll kind of nickel and dime and be like, can you do? I'll tell you what. Can you do 2 gold, and can you throw in 4 meat pies for my buddy?
I already bought the meat. Actually, no, yeah, just those.
So you want 8 total?
I already got 4. I just 4 more.
Oh yeah. Would that be okay with you?
The plump woman, she kind of crosses her arms. She's got an apron on. She goes, I'll give you 2 gold and 3 meat pies.
You have a deal.
Deal. Spits in her hand and shakes your hand.
I'm bloody, so she can have that.
All right. She does it anyways.
Use it as.
And then she picks
Yeah,
up her,
I start scrubbing my hands together.
she picks up her apron and wipes her hand off. She's like, gross. And then
I
slides
told you I
3
killed it
meat
this
pies
morning.
to you.
Can
And
I
takes
have
the
one of the
venison
meat
off your
pies,
hands.
Crumb?
Yeah, absolutely. I got it for you guys. I'm fine. I can find food.
Okay, so I have 5 meat pies. So you both get 1.
All right. You guys are meat pied out. It's delicious.
I'm smacking down on it as well. Do we get health for this?
No.
Also, did we technically long rest?
No. That much alcohol? No.
But we passed our saves.
That was already full, so I ain't tripping.
I'm missing a point.
I'm not going to nitpick on the hours lost while staying up and drinking. I'll say, yeah. Yeah, you had a long rest.
Okay, I'm just gonna give myself the 1 hit point just so I don't have to use a vial. I'm a stickler for full health.
Sounds good. But now you guys need to find McShane.
I asked the lady while I'm there. As I'm like carefully laying out the meat. Again, I'm treating this meat with absolute respect. Everything is properly wrapped, cleaned. I'm taking utmost care of it. And I'm just like, hey, would you happen to know of a guy named McShane in town? And I just kind of start like carefully placing meat on her counter.
She's taking. She goes, no, I don't know McShane.
Okay.
Wow, who are you looking for?
Shane?
Yeah, we're looking for we were told by one of his compatriots that he would be here.
I want to check the tavern.
Okay, he has a donkey. Would that help?
Yeah, probably in the tavern. They got a stable up there.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Yeah. She kind of gives you directions up the hill a little bit.
Okay. I look to Kyle and comments. Lady said it's up the hill.
Okay.
What's
You
up
guys-
the hill, McShane? or?
The tavern that McShane might be
Oh,
at.
okay.
All right, so you guys can head up there if you'd like.
Yep. I walk that way.
All right, you walk up there, and this tavern is so small and podunk that there's not even a name. It's just a place that people are going to for breakfast, similar to the Rowdy Raven.
Oh, I just ate a meat pie.
But you guys can also smell the mead and the ale. There's stables off to the side where travelers can keep their horses and donkeys and that kind of stuff. You do see a donkey. There's a donkey stabled there.
Hey, we might have a guy.
These meat pies are pretty good.
I know, right? They do it better in the small towns.
All right. You
They have
guys,
mutton here.
No.
you guys walk in, and it's kind of dark. Small taverns like this are not going to have as much money as the larger ones. They're not going to have lanterns. They're going to have candles. Right. They're going to have the windows open. Of course, there's light shining in, but it's not as bright as a Rowdy Raven. It's kind of like you see now the comparison to how much care was taken for your home tavern. It was more of a meeting place for people than it was for travelers to stop. And then the Rowdy Raven almost feels upscale compared to this place because now you realize how much work Herb puts into all the lighting and the windows and keeping things bright. But it's not a terrible place. It's just small. It's like, where country people would go versus a place in a large town trying to attract.
Dive bar
know.
versus a cocktail lounge.
Right. Kind of. I mean, well, Rowdy Raven's still very much a dive bar. But Rowdy Raven's trying to attract customers. This place is already here just to serve the villagers.
Gotcha.
Like, they know people are going to come because this is where they come to, get dinner and breakfast if they don't have time to cook and place to get their alcohol. But you go in there, and you are immediately struck by the sight of an extremely large, rotund man slouched over at the bar. He's got a bald spot on top. He's wearing a large coat that's got all kinds of pockets on it, and he's just kind of like laying on the bar.
Can you give me my bones while you go talk to him?
Why do I have to talk to him?
I don't want to talk to him.
Crom walks up to go talk to him.
Well, Connor's got it. Can I have my bones?
Yeah.
You walk up to go
Take my
talk to
bones.
him, and as you get close, he's huge. He's not like He doesn't have the under-fat muscle that Lucian Silk Moreau does, but he's still a rather large guy. But he looks more like a kind of guy that's large from a love of food rather than a love of fighting. So you approach him, and he's just kind of like laying on the counter, like I said, with his face in between his crossed arms.
Hello.
And he kind of goes, he looks down at you.
Meat pie?
He grabs his tankard and kind of like holds it over his mouth, his tongue out, a few drops land on it. He's like, what are your name?
What?
What are your name?
Oh, crab.
What do you want?
I'm looking for a guy. His name is McShane.
Oh, that's my name is McShane.
What?
My name is Shane.
Your name is Shane?
My name is McShane.
That's the man McShane. That's you? What?
What do you want?
Oh, Herb told us to look for you.
Yeah, good man. What are you talking about for?
Oh, something about a doohickey?
I run up to Crom and the grotesque man.
That's rude.
Okay, I always see him from the back, and he's large, but clearly not from muscle, apparently, okay?
All people
So-
are beautiful.
Anyways, I run up to the behind Crom and the large, grotesque man. And I'm like, everything all right here, guys?
Yeah, we're talking.
Who's this?
My
He's
name is Shane.
McShane.
What?
My name is Shane.
He's McShane.
That's McShane?
This is McShane.
Please understand. My name is Shane.
Okay.
What do your name need?
What?
What do your name need?
What's your name?
How do you understand him?
How you know this time, man? Tell me about your face.
What?
You're a new face.
Because something like the boys this, huh?
Hey, okay, hey, so you're McShane.
What's that?
That's what you said?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's McShane. That is what he said.
He starts snapping at the bartender, and she comes over, and he's like, she goes, all right, and then walks off. Turns to you, so what do you want?
Herb told us to come and find you, said you were supposed to deliver something to him, but you haven't shown up.
How you know Herb?
How do I know Herb?
Ah,
Oh, God, I'm starting to get this guy. So he sent us from the Rowdy Raven. We are kind of working for him. We're helping him clean up things. Lucas over there cleans up the shit.
Lucas is attaching the top half of the dough to his
I
hat.
tend to the horses, and I know you have a McMule here, so...
I'm busy.
What?
I'm busy.
The mule's name is Bessie.
Is that correct?
I just want to go there, but I don't know.
He doesn't want to talk to you anymore because you can't understand him.
And the bartender brings over his beer. He's like, thank you, Busy. She goes, no problem, sir. And he takes it and takes a big swig. He's like, hey, why Herb sent out over me?
To retrieve something that you were supposed to deliver.
And to make sure you were okay.
Oh, yeah, that's it, because he hasn't heard from you in a while. I'm worried about you.
Said you were supposed to be there in like 3 days or something, or he hasn't heard from you in 3 days. I don't know.
I'll go something that thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got help give me Mike?
He wants help with something.
Get dynamite. I'm over here again when you come to me and talk about it. You understand what I'm saying?
Why don't you
Ah.
understand what he's saying?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is genuine? How in the world are you?
Context clues.
What context?
No. No. Listen to me, boy.
What clues?
Listen to me, boy. Yeah, okay. Not a fact.
Artifact?
Got stolen.
They stole it?
That's where we'll end the session. Enjoy. Hope everyone had fun with session 4, and you will return for episode 5.
But how do you understand him?